Alright, so today we will be talking about setting in works of fiction.
Alright.
More specifically, how to find them. But how would you describe setting? What is it?
It's a time and a location and the background of the story.
And it sets the tone and the mood.
Oh yeah, pretty much sums it up. It is the background for what the story is and where it's taking place. You need that backdrop. Without it, your story is going to come off as pretty flat. So, why do you think a setting is important to a story?
Well, it provides context for the story so you understand it more.
Yeah. If it's taking place during the 1950s, it'll make sense if you have things from that era appearing in it. Anything else?
Provide foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. You can hint at things to come just by certain aspects of the time. Alright, so in other words, it can help provide your mood and the tone, and it can also influence your characters, like, for example, their dialogue. When some person is speaking Shakespearean English, you know it's not modern day. And it also reflects things that are happening as well inside the story as well as outside. It can be a reflection of the time. Certain works like Huckleberry Finn, it's all that talk about slavery, and it's happening within the book as well. So for today, to describe some setting and how to point out some certain things about it, I'll be reading some of The Cask of Amontillado by Edgar Allan Poe. So, this Fortunato, he prided himself on connoisseurship in wine. Few Italians have the true virtuoso spirit. For the most part, their enthusiasm is adopted to suit the time and opportunity to practice imposture upon British and Austrian millionaires. So, what can you see here in that little short sentence?
The guy's Italian.
Italian. Yep. Anything? Okay, so yeah, like you said, he's Italian. He's from Europe. It's not taking place in the States at all. It was about dusk one evening, during the supreme madness of the carnival season, that I encountered my friend. He had on a tight-fitting party-striped dress. His head was surmounted by the conical cap and bells. So what's happening there? What things do you see mentioned?
There's a carnival going on.
Carnival.
And the guy's a jester.
Yeah, the way he's dressing up in the tight-fitting party-striped dress is basically that striped outfit, and they have the weird hats that has like little cone shape and it has the bells on it. So you can tell already that this is not like your regular clown. It's taking back further, like happening in the past. So, some other instances for this time of foreshadowing. For me, it is no matter. We will go back. You will be ill, and I cannot be responsible. Besides, there's the Chessie. Enough, he said. The cough's a mere nothing. It will not kill me. I shall not die of a cough. True, true, I replied. So, how is this foreshadowing?
Well, in the end, Fortunato ends up dying by I can't remember the main character's name, but he ends up dying from getting stoned into or bricked into something. So he wasn't going to die of a cough, but he was going to die of something else.
Yeah, basically, our main character, he stones this guy in so he can't escape. So that's how he dies. Doesn't actually die from a cough. And you can see here, he's just like, true, true, you're not going to die of a cough. There's an instance of foreshadowing right there. And another one that's kind of similar is this Fortunato's like, oh, you're a mason? And it's like, oh, no, you're not. You're not actually a mason. And our main character's like, oh, yes, I am. Fortunato's thinking about mason in one of the definitions, which is being a brotherhood. Whereas our main character is mason in the other sense, which is like being a stoner. He puts all these different stones together and he pretty much stones him into death. So he can't escape. Also, we passed through a range of low arches, descended, passed on, and descending again, arrived at a deep crypt, in which the foulness of the air caused our flambeau rather to grow in flame. Its walls had been lined with human remains piled to the vault overhead in the fashion of the great catacombs of Paris. From the fourth side, the bones had been thrown down and lay promiscuously upon the earth. So, what do you see there? Yeah.
Death, a lot of
Death.
dead bodies.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's really gross and disgusting. It's a catacomb. Well, he's talking about bones and skeletons and human remains, and the air smells foul. So it's painting a very grim and dark picture right there. It's based on what's said. And even by the end of it, our main character, after he stones Fortunato in so he can't escape, he says, "My heart grew sick. It was the dampness of the catacombs that made it so." So how do you see that working?
His heart not only is feeling sick from the fact that it's the death around him, but it's the fact that he killed someone.
Yeah. He just killed this man. And it's in a dark place. All these other people are dead. And he just pretty much made it so that he couldn't escape. So yeah, it's helping to reflect his emotions, as well as his character, and it sets the tone and mood. It's very, very dark. Just like most of Edgar Allan Poe's work. So, to conclude, these are different ways to find setting. If you just look at certain aspects, like the time and how he's wearing a weird costume, this weird darkness and the catacomb that they're at, and just certain things that they say and how it's said. Like, you can tell that they're all European, so if you look out for certain aspects of the setting, it can really help and enhance how you look at stories. So they actually do mean a lot. So that concludes the lesson.
Decide a topic, your topic of what you should write. Use your head to brainstorm with all of your might. Go write in pieces, find your thesis to support your essay. Then start writing paragraphs with points to convey. You've done your business, essays finished with a strong conclusion. All that is left is some revisions. Give me an E.
E.
Give me a D.
D.
Give me an I.
I.
Give me a T.
T.
Just give me that word, just give me that phrase, just give me that edit, that really good edit. Just give me that word, just give me that phrase, give me that edit, that real good edit.